Come on, you red piece of shit, you're gonna make me late. Fuck, thank God.
I'm over here now.
Well, I got my little switch-majigger fixed, but it's upside down now. And it feels like it's broken, but the descent goes up. Goes down. No leaking air. What more can you ask for? Just feels weird. Probably off Amazon. Loaded wide, leaving 1534. Any empties coming in?
Here's up the highway off.
Have a good day.
Series chambers of 3.
Oi, windows open, mate. Couple cars coming by there. So, literally cheat on this one. I used 2 big tails on each side. Here comes the picker. Grassy pipe. It's gonna be hard for you to load the catwalk when you got pipe, eh? He said Darren just said sign in and go ahead to the past the shacks on the right.
Load pickups, 90 chambers. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
He's not there right now?
No, he's there. He's like, oh, I'll probably see him, but he wanted me to tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Soybeans. Getting awfully close there. Oh, greased. Big gob of grease. So this is like one of the bigger buffer tanks. We got inlets on both sides. I've got a feeling that they only have a manifold on the one side, like the whole side. I'll show you. 12 and change for width. She's a beefy unit. It's got double skids. No, it's actually got 5 if you want to count them. You got inlets that come out the back here. You got a light. Plug her in. Like Glade Fresh. Plug it in, plug it in. You got stairs. And up top here, it's just a big open tank. It's got a couple manifolds. Hello? All these railings fold up, so it's safe to walk in. Usually there's see all the hooks. They run a net so the birds don't land in it. That's bad for the birdies. How much does it weigh? I don't know. It's pretty heavy on the back here, but not so much on the front. And this is your side manifold. Ooh, juicy. Yesterday it was like +6 yesterday, not -40. And then I had kind of snow on the way out on 11, looking kind of blizzardy. It's pretty much ice underneath all of this. As you can tell, you probably heard me spinning a little bit there because I was showboating it just a little bit. So this is probably, it's got to be almost 60 foot long. Hence why we got the trombone. So the camera's gone. Yeah, I worry about that all the time. Haven't lost one yet. Forgotten one many a times. Someone was kind enough to leave me this green USB-C charging cord because mine disappeared. Had to pull out the old backup. And it's got a green light in it, so at nighttime it sucks. Shines in my face. And I know exactly who it is. I haven't asked him yet. I'm like, did you steal my cord by chance? And leave yours? So I don't like yours. It's green. There's nothing wrong with green, but. A couple photos for Facebook. And on that front, they worked on my truck. They did, I don't know what kind of injector work, but they fixed whatever that issue was I was having with the spill valve. This morning coming out, this is how I knew they worked on my truck, because my windshield washer squirter wasn't working. Anytime somebody gets in the engine bay, I move stuff around. The cords are so, well, they're not loose, but it doesn't take much. They just unplug, and I didn't want to pull over because I passed a bunch of people going slow. Juicy when I left Red Deer. Then it turned into frozen and snowing. So much hangs out over the back, you gotta use 2 chains. But I got me a few, because there's nowhere to hook onto. I wish they would pop a hole in there or put a D-ring or something. This is tank 313 too. Always reminiscent of the 313. For those of you who know, you know. Am I going the right way? I don't think so. No, that's the wrong way. What a dolt. But I got my chain all twisted. I need that. Kind of, it's not the greatest. Shouldn't go anywhere. You leave weight so it keeps pulling. I just got the hooks tied in. Pull your slack down so you can fight with it when you want to get it off. All right, back to Sylvan Lake. Drop this off at Stack. And then I don't know what we're doing. Definitely not washing because it's going to be warm, sloppy today. when you're doing some bone work, but sometimes it's hard to close the trailer. Seems like every time I haul this thing in the winter, this is what I got. Give it a go. See what happens. I've had to chain up before. Unchain. No, it's not that cold. It's like handling ice. So we got kicker rolls on the bottom, blocks for the trombone. Pretty much think about it as it's double framed and one frame telescopes out from the other. It's got, oh, it must be up there. It's got big long doily cords, so this is how much we opened it up there. There. And kicker rolls to unload that everybody seems like, how do you get this off the trailer? It's kicker rolls. I don't know, some people don't know. So there's the pins. I'll go and hit the button. It pulled in. So now it is unlocked. I will winch it up so the back end is the only thing touching our roll, so I can push it back with ease. Some people seem to be confused about this part. I might not be able to push it back. It's icy. goes back in so it doesn't come unboned on you. See? So it's only touching the roller at the back. It's way easier to deal with. Now we'll put the kickers up. Sounds like a brake pod is leaking back there. We'll commence shaking it back. Rollers, rollers. See, they're on airbags. They inflate. They come up, stuff rolls off. And there's a roll on the back. I did not dump the air though. This one's really cool because it's pointed at your face. That's how you trombone on ice. You only have so many chances. We're downhill just a little bit and it's icy, so I try to get back before you take the weight off the front, because the more you kick it back, the less you have on your drives. Even when you trombone it closed, now you have way less on your drives because all the weight is hanging off the end of the trailer. Spin once, spin twice, pretty much screwed. What you end up doing is try to go way down there where you get traction. I've done it before in the snow. And back all the way back up. Try. When it's this icy, sometimes it just doesn't work. Back to the barn, I guess. Nothing else so far. Helps to be all locked up too before you even start. Lock everything up. Close the windows. What do you think of this? Summer? Well, pretty summery out. I'm not complaining. It's pretty warm. Yo. It's weird. I thought before it was flashing green. Now it's just staying blue. At least I think it's recording, so. Go back to the shop and see what other kind of treats they got in store. Probably get rid of this trailer. Don't forget the post that you unloaded. Jeez. Unload. I text anything else because I need to get fuel before I go park. If I go back to the shop and be like, what's up? Nothing. And then I'm quarter tank down. I hate getting fuel before I leave, like when I'm leaving the shop in the morning, because I always forget that I thought I would do that, and then I show up with no time to spare. Most cases you probably get through the first job anyways, get unloaded and then go get fuel, but I don't like having a full cabinet like that on the back. Like, it's completely boxed in around the window, you know? And it's like fucking a foot deep. Definitely a better driver than I am if he's got that much blind spot, you know? Hello? 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 Take the time to answer the phone. I probably didn't explain it, but yeah, we're just picking up a boiler, taking it back to our second yard here, down at the water source. Been here once or twice before. It is literally at somebody's farm, and the river's like right there. It's weird. It's gotta be the Red Deer River. Yeah, it's weird I don't notice any of these things when I float by. Squishy in here, not gonna lie. There's no spots. Service rings everywhere. It's not their fault, but beep, beep. So, lots of guys are like, how do you get this stuff off? I think I already explained it today, but look. Airbags. What's attached to the airbags? Rollers that roll when you grease them. This trailer has two little ones at the back and then one full length one in the middle, plus it's on the roll. Controlled by air in here. Here. See that? See that? Now we're hovering. Dump the air. Rattle the trailer down. Not that it'll be fine because this roll is super high in comparison. I'm gonna stick it right here because there's Literally no spots. Should have gotten line first. Usually like to line up first where I'm dumping it before I start to dumping. Should catch most of the action here, eh, boys? Yeah, they're about to blow. There's little spacers right here that stop it. They're a little wore out. It definitely doesn't need to be coming up that high because sometimes it's higher than the deck pins. And if you have, for some reason, something shoots sideways, so natural gas boiler. Pretty good. Spool in this line and go park. Just freshly juiced her up too. 75/80, I think. It's synthetic gear oil. I just got the whole jug, pump jug, and just went to town. That's the way to do her.
By the power of the
French style.